freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.
Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives, and I'm your host, Bruce Anthony. Thank you for listening and watching wherever you get your podcasts and video podcasts. Subscribe, share, like, comment, and rate us. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch at unsolicited_perspectives. You can find us on Twitter and TikTok at unsolicited_PER. Watch us live now. Watch us live every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Twitch and YouTube. Our audience continues to grow with each and every episode, and I humbly thank you.
On today's episode is a Sibling Happy Hour. I'm here with my sis, Aundrea. We're going to be talking about why I'm a little under the weather today and other shenanigans. We're going to be talking about Ronnie running for president. And then last off, we're going to be talking about Tina. But first things first. What up, sis?
What up? You're giving real Quiet Storm vibes right now.
It's the Quiet Storm. Unsolicited Perspectives, the Sibling Happy Hour.
Why do you sound like a stuffed up Cedric the Entertainer? What's happening?
Well, I'm a little under the weather.
Okay.
I'm a little under. Ooh, it's a dollar bill.
You know what I said?
It's at least a dollar bill underneath my. What would you say?
You know what I said last time about coughing. You're lucky we're not in a plane. Hold it.
I wouldn't hold it because I can't hold it. I'm not gonna die. But I'm a little under the weather. Out. I'm a little under the weather. But we still going to record the show. I don't know how the show is going to come out, but
doesn't
whatever,
matter.
we here.
Doesn't matter.
I'm still here. I'm still standing.
Last week I was so deliriously exhausted.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We're going to still record.
All right. So why am I sick? What happened? What's going on?
What happened to you? You sound terrible.
Quite frankly, I'm old.
Okay.
It's a principle. So she's not my neighbor anymore, but she used to be my neighbor. She bought a new condo. So it's a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And she suggested we do this running thing once a month to meet up and go do brunch. And I had just done the dinner with the family last week. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm not really feeling brunch. Can we just like chill? So I went over to her new condo, which is dope, by the way.
Okay.
And she convinced me to watch Lord of the Rings. And everybody, like, I know, isn't our brother a big Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter fan?
Yes. They're two very different things, but okay.
To me,
I don't know why you just put them together. I'm going to chalk that up to illness. I'm going to chalk that up to illness.
It's the same thing to me. A bunch of geek stuff.
No, completely different things.
Well, okay. Geek stuff. So we're watching Lord of the Rings and drinking popping bottles of champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking a lot of champagne. So she had plans to go out to see a cover band play at a local bar.
Okay.
And
sounds boring.
Well, another one of her friends that I know, that I'm friendly with, found out that we were hanging out that afternoon and was like, oh, is Bruce coming out tonight? And she's like, nah, Bruce doesn't want to come out. I'm over there shaking my head. Mind you, my friend that's a former neighbor is 29 years old.
Okay. Oh, young.
The other friend, she's just turned 34.
Youths,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to go. I don't know how it ended up happening, but Fun Bruce came out. It was multiple bottles of champagne. And I said, yeah, I will come out. I got to her house at 3:30 p.m. We don't even head to the bar until 8. The band doesn't start till 9:30. So when I get to the bar, it's me, my former neighbor, her friend, and another friend of hers.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of the champagne, me and my former neighbor have also been taking shots of tequila. So what do I do as soon as I get in the bar? I'm with 3 other women. The gentleman side of me is like, I'm going to go buy shots. I'm going to get a shot. So everybody going to take a shot.
That's the gentleman side.
That's the gentleman side.
Okay.
So we're doing shots. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Jay, all I know is I almost got into a fight at the bar.
Of course you did.
Somehow I ended up spending $200.
Nope. Damn it. Okay.
I do remember the ride home, the Uber ride home. I woke up the next morning. in my same underwear and wife beater that I wore out that night. Now, I normally take a shower and put in my nighttime, my sleep clothes. I have sleep clothes.
Yeah. Nobody gets in their regular walking around clothes, your outside clothes on your bed.
I actually took the clothes off, but I'm just in my drawers and a wife beater that I wore out that night, which meant
you didn't shower.
I didn't take a rinse off shower. I just got in the bed. Don't know if I let the dog out or not. Don't know at all.
Just taking L's left and right.
So I wake up 8 o'clock in the morning. I say, oh, I need to take the dog out. I'm looking at myself as like, oh, I guess I didn't take a rinse off shower because I still got my clothes on. I look at the dog. I'm like, okay, he didn't go to the bathroom. So maybe I did let him out. I let him out. No, I walk him. And as I'm walking him, I'm like, oh, I'm still drunk. Let me walk him, go back to bed.
Yeah.
The idea that I was going to do my Sunday fun day and do all the cleaning and stuff, yeah, we're going to just do that later.
Yeah.
12 o'clock rolls around. 2 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, I got to get out of bed because I got to at least eat something. I'm trying to eat something. I'm no longer drunk, but it's starting to turn into a hangover. So the hangover didn't start at 8. The hangover started around 2. So I'm literally in bed all day. The only thing I did was brush my teeth. I didn't shower that day. I stayed in the bed.
You didn't shower that day.
I didn't shower that day. Me. So guess what that means?
Ladies and gentlemen, he showers like 4 or 5 times a day.
I don't shower 4 or 5 times a day. I shower twice a day. All right. In the summertime, maybe 3 times a day. Because, you get that sweatiness. You don't want to smell like outside.
What's the difference between that and 4 or 5 times a day? Go ahead.
3 and then 4 or 5. If I give you $300 or $400 or $500, there's a difference. Right?
I got a couple $100.
Whatever, Jay.
Continue with this disaster of a story. Go ahead.
So I'm texting my friend the next day, be like, hey, did I do anything stupid? She was like, no, it just seemed like you were ready to go home. I was like, did I say or do anything stupid? No, I swear you didn't. She was like, you almost got into an altercation at the bar, but that guy like bumped into us. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I was defending y'all because the guy came barging through. I'm with all these women. He came barging through. What else was also funny? For those people that don't know me personally, I'm 6'4", I'm about 225, 230 pounds, cut. Like it's not like I'm cut.
Yeah.
This person was 5'4".
That means muscular.
That
means muscular. Right. Yeah.
This person was 5'4" and scrawny and was yelling at me. And I think I said something to the effect was, I'll rip your eyeball out of your head and stomp it on the ground. Like, are you serious right now? Like, do you know I will maim you? I think I said something like that.
Wow.
Top tier. What happens when you're outside all day at this time of year? What gets on you?
Pollen. An insane amount of pollen.
And what did I do? I didn't shower and I'm sleeping in it and I'm rolling in it for like 30 hours, right? Because I don't take a shower until Monday morning. So Monday I was fine. And then Tuesday I was like, feel a little tinkle in my throat. Tinkle is not the right word. Tinkle was not the right word.
You meant tickle. Not tinkle.
Wait, no, that's
but ladies and gentlemen, we know what he meant to say. He meant tickle, which still is not that great, but at least that's the same.
So I was like, I don't feel too good, but it's probably, just remnants of the hanging out because I was hungover all day. So I was still not right Monday morning. Like I was still not right Monday morning. Wake up Wednesday morning. I'm like, I can't go to work this morning. Like I'm full blown sick. I feel better today. Yesterday was bad, but I took, some Thermoflu and I feel better. But basically getting drunk meant that, and getting brown out drunk, meant that I didn't take a shower, which meant that I slept in the pollen laid in bed for 30 hours, which means that I got sick because of my allergies. And that's the reason why I'm sitting over here sounding like a light-skinned Barry White.
That's a hot ass mess. You know how all that happened because you didn't respect a boundary that you set for yourself that you were not gonna go outside.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was like, look, it's 8:00. I had shows I had to edit. I had to do some work the next
Yeah.
day. I was like, and my Sunday fun day, I was like, no, I'm not gonna go out. Like, this is enough champagne. I know if I go home, I'll coast. I could have still drank at home and would
Yeah.
have been coasting.
Yeah.
But it's always something about going out nowadays as I'm getting older that I drink excessively. I don't like going out anymore.
Yeah. Well, you get it. It's a party vibe. You know, drinks are flowing. You having a good time. Next thing you know, you're $200, $300 out, and you don't know what the hell happened, and you sick the next day because our body does not metabolize that alcohol as fast as it used to.
No,
Because
the
I
hell
used
it
to be
doesn't.
able to drink that much and still go to class the next morning.
Mm-hmm. And be drinking bad stuff. Be drinking
Yeah.
Aristocrat. I'm drinking expensive stuff now.
Right.
But no, it didn't make no sense. And
Oh,
we
were drinking vodka and Kool-Aid.
Right.
Okay.
And I mixed tequila, champagne, and I think I even had some beers.
Vodka in a plastic bottle with a twist-off cap.
Yep. With a twist off, like it go
Yes.
when you twist it off.
Like you twist off the cap of a Coca-Cola. Yes.
Yeah.
That little security ring.
Yeah.
It's got that security ring. That kind of vodka.
Aristocrat. Gordon's. Yeah.
Yes. The little gold flakes in it. You just pop it and put it with some Kool-Aid. You have yourself a nice evening.
Nice evening. Well,
yeah.
Not no more. No more.
No,
so
I can't
I'm a
do
little
it.
Under the weather. I'm a little under the weather, but that's okay. And I told her, I was like, it's so funny because I kept saying to them all night, I was like, why do y'all want to hang out with my old ass? Like, I'm at least, I was like, am I that cool? I think I'm cool, but I don't think I'm that cool. I just think of it like when I was 29. No, I didn't want to hang out with anybody in their early 40s.
No, it's insane to me. It's insane to me. Like when I hang out with young people, I'm like, why did y'all invite me here?
Right.
I don't understand. I want to tell everybody to put on a coat. Like, why?
It's like when our cousins.
Why am I here?
Right. It's like when our cousins are like, yeah, we want to hang out with you. We're going to come to your crib and hang out. And I'm just like.
For what?
It's gotten so bad that our one younger cousin, I won't put his name out there, but our one younger cousin, he's actually our second cousin. It's gotten to the point where he's told his friends so many stories about me and him hanging out and the shenanigans that we get into.
Yes.
That they're like, oh, I want to hang out with him. And I'm like, do you really want to? Because the stories are always, we got so drunk that we don't know how we got home. We just got home.
Or you got put out of some place or something happened.
Nothing was worse than that time that we got put out the strip club. I still don't. We still don't know. Still don't know. I remember the time he fell down the stairs at a bar. And when he fell down the stairs, I was laughing. He looked up at me. It was like, what happened? And I was like, you fell down the stairs. That's what happened.
I honestly don't know. I think it's just a combination of our experience, maybe. Like, but I'm thinking, y'all are going out every weekend. Y'all should have plenty of experience under your belt. So I don't know what else I could show you that would make you want to hang out with me. I am old.
Well, we're also funny.
That too. Yeah.
People like, I love hanging out. If you funny, if you can make me laugh, I don't care how old you are. You remember back in the day when we used to work in offices, you still kind of did. But there'd be like an older person that'd be funny. It'd be
your best friend.
It'd be
Otis,
like
Mr. Otis be your best friend. And you'd be like, where's Mr. Otis at today? Well, he took time off. Damn. That's my work bestie.
Where Miss Shirley at? Miss Shirley in here today?
Miss Shirley in here today? Damn.
I don't know.
I was going to see what she brought for lunch.
Right. I was going to sit down with her at lunch and just gossip. She always got a funny story about something going on.
Miss Shirley know everybody's business in that office.
And guess what? I want to know everybody's business in that office.
So you go right over to her desk. Miss Shirley, What happened?
Maybe that's what we are. Maybe
Yeah.
we're the old funny people at work. It's just people aren't really working like that. And they just like, we want to hang out with you because you the old funny person got a funny story to tell.
I definitely give auntie vibes. But
Yeah,
you know,
you do.
the auntie for the new millennium, you know, like fun. I would say rich auntie, but I'm broke.
Yeah.
I live like I have money, but I don't.
No.
I'm using several cards at once. You know that person where you're like, they don't never have no money, but they always somewhere? That's me.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how. I just make it work.
All right. Well, that's the story of why I got sick and didn't even get to have my Bruce Sunday fun day, but I will enjoy it this Sunday because I better not be sick anymore.
Yeah. I think you'll be fine in a couple days.
Yeah, I'll be fine now. Oh, but here's another funny part to the story. Funny part to the story.
Okay.
So I'm in the process of I've got to wash my sheets now because they're filled with pollen. So it doesn't matter that I wash my body. I got to wash the sheets. So I wash the sheets. And then I was like, ooh, I need to use the natty pot because just simple saline squirt up there is not going to do it. I need to use a natty pot. And for those people who don't know what the natty pot is, it's an instrument that you put water. It's like a water bottle that you squeeze in one nostril and then the saline water,
sinuses.
It rinses out your sinuses and it comes out through your other nostril. So I used it Tuesday night, didn't have a problem. But Wednesday, which was last night, Wednesday night is when this is like yesterday was the day I was really sick. So I'm super stopped up. And in one nostril, like there is no air coming in and out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I started with that nostril and I put I put the bottle through there. Water went through the other nostril. Fine. No problem.
Okay.
So I put it in the opposite nostril that was stopped up, thinking that I already used it in the nostril that was stopped up, so that it should flow straight through.
The reverse should be fine.
Reverse should be fine.
Put your game down, flip it, and reverse it.
Right. So I do it, I squeeze it, and it's kind of coming down out of my nostril, but also out of my mouth because there's not enough space for it to come down. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, I'll just press a little harder and that knot of whatever is in there that's blocking it will just power through that nostril. No. I pressed down. I almost drowned myself. I waterboarded myself.
You waterboarded yourself because it may not be like something foreign in there. It may just be swelling in your sinuses. So you're not going to be able to rinse that out.
I didn't think of it. Swelling in your sinuses. I never even thought about that. I just thought it was a big snot blockage.
No, that's not what it is.
So I almost killed myself yesterday trying to
kill yourself.
mistaking a snot blockage for a swollen sinus.
Yes, it could just be swelling in there. Yeah, no. For the love of God. My thing is, the last time I used a neti pot, then it's made me nervous to use it again. So I same thing as you, right? Goes in one nostril, comes out the other. I put the game down, flip it, reverse it.
Right.
I'm squeezing. No water's coming out. It's not anywhere. And now I'm like, is it in my brain? Where is it?
Wait a minute.
Where did it go? Where's the water? Never figured it out. Don't know where it's at.
Maybe you had used it. Maybe you used all the water.
There was water in that damn bottle. Don't know where it went. It's floating somewhere in my brain.
Well, your body is mostly made up of water, so I think you'll
hopefully,
be okay.
I assumed that it was fine. I just went to bed. Because whenever something medical happens, I just go to bed. Like if I get concussed or something like that, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to bed.
I don't think that's the way to be.
Listen, it's the way I am. It's the way I like it. Because I'd rather just wake up dead.
All right, sis, there was a big development yesterday. Old Ronnie's running for president. We're not talking about Reagan.
I thought we were talking about DeVoe.
If Ronnie DeVoe was running for president, I would not vote for him. But anyway.
He would have my vote just because I'd be interested to see what would happen.
No, the country did that when they voted Trump in. We don't need to vote somebody just to see what happens again.
Well, Ronnie DeVoe has been successfully running businesses this entire time.
I mean, what, a t-shirt business down in Atlanta?
No, realtor. He's got a huge realtor.
So Black Trump. Yeah. Okay, no, never mind. No, I'm talking
successful.
Well, I mean, Trump is successful.
Not really.
No,
not according to them tax returns.
Look, this is the problem with Ronnie running for president. Mm-hmm. This segment was supposed to be about him, and we immediately went to talking about Trump.
You did. Well, I was talking about Ronnie DeVoe.
Okay. I'm talking about Ron DeSantis, or who I like to call DeSantos.
DeSantos, you do, yeah.
Decided to run for president, and he had an interesting way of rolling out his announcement of running for president.
Yeah, it was a Ron disaster. That's what it was. I think No, we should keep calling him Ronnie though. I feel it feels
disrespectful.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah. That's the reason why I did that.
Yeah, I don't know why, like a normal human being, he didn't just have a press conference, come down the golden escalator or something, whatever the hell people do these days.
I think only one person did that.
Well, come into the Rocky theme or something like that. I don't know. But have a normal press conference like a normal human being. And the reason why he didn't do that is because he's sworn off his the quote unquote liberal media. Basically, he only talks to right-wing conservatives. Basically, he only talks to journalists that completely align with his views and perspectives. So he's not going to do some big press conference. He's going to go to Elon Musk's disaster of a social media platform. I don't even call it Twitter no more because that kind of like divorces it from I got my one S word, the shit stain of a social media platform that it's become. And it was terrible. It was full of glitches. It was awful. It was just like 20 minutes of a glitch. And I think that's a good way to describe Ronnie. He's 20 minutes of a glitch. You know? And you just wish he would go away. You just want to restart. Control-Alt-Delete that mother.
Well, I was saying about 6 months to a year ago that he scared the hell out of me. And he still does, right? All of his policies. We're joking.
Because Florida has become a fascist, authoritarian state.
Yes, it has.
They just randomly pull people over and check their immigration or naturalization status.
I don't know if that's true.
It is happening.
I don't know if that's true. Where are you getting that information from?
You know what? Not credible sources.
Okay, there we go. We're
just thought about the sources.
Right.
It's our family. And it's not credible. Oh, you know what?
Nope. You want to retract that?
I'm gonna retract that statement.
Yeah.
There's fishy things going on. Things we do know. His attacks. Stop Woke Act, his attacks on education, his attacks on just Black people in general, his attacks on immigrants, his attacks on trans people. Those are things that we do know.
Yes. And and his attack on women.
Yes.
Because he introduced a 6-week ban on abortion. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to let people out there know that most of the time you don't know within the first 6 weeks if you're pregnant or not.
No, you don't.
You just don't know.
It's too early.
Yeah. So basically it was a complete abortion ban. That's essentially what it is. Yes. It was so ridiculous. Even Trump was like, that's ridiculous.
Well, because he's still got a couple abortions pending down there. Look, he don't like the kids he got.
Except for Ivanka.
That's all right. Just the one.
So, like DeSantos, Ronnie DeSantos. Ronnie DeSantos did an interview on Fox News. One of the first things that they did was ask him about what he would do in Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And literally, his response to it, not verbatim, because I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but a synopsis of what he's saying. He immediately went to, well, the first thing we got to do is take the politicization of the military out. We got to get the woke doctrination of the military out of the military. And my first job as commander in chief is I'm going to do that. I'm like, that don't have nothing to do
That
with
don't have nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, like, and I don't. Where does that even
Are
come
we
from?
even in Ukraine?
Are
we on the ground in Ukraine?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
so what the hell?
It's funny because they had the one person who just leaked some information, the young kid who leaked some information that says that we do. But I mean, I don't know how credible that is.
As far as I know, we're not on
giving
the ground.
aid. We're definitely giving a lot of aid.
Yeah.
We're giving more aid to Ukraine than we are to like Mississippi. Birmingham, Alabama with the it was Mississippi with the water.
As much aid as we're giving, you would think Zelensky will put a suit on, but he keeps showing up in sweatpants.
No, you gotta. He come as a soldier.
He keeps showing up as if he is on his way to the gym.
No, on his way to battle. That's what he's trying to get the impression of.
Okay, well, it looks crazy.
Well, so Ronnie doesn't really have a platform to run in. His whole platform is stop woke, but he can't really identify woke. But he does identify woke. Woke is basically anything that isn't white, conservative, Christian. Mm-hmm. And I tell my Jewish
cisgender.
Yes, excuse me, cisgender. And I tell my Jewish friends that have friends in Florida, I was like, you see, there's a lot of white supremacists that are riding for DeSantis, and he hasn't really said, I oppose them.
No, I mean,
he always skates the answer by saying, oh, I'm not going to address that.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty.
Well,
his platform, listen, far be it from me to call anybody other than Marjorie Taylor Greene a white supremacist. But his platform definitely has the taste of white supremacy.
You know, I will say he's more of a politician than a white supremacist.
He's backing some.
No. Like he'll back all that stuff, but I would say he's more of a politician than a white supremacist. Like Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz doesn't believe in anything that he says. He's a politician.
Ted Cruz is a different beast. He is a minority who wants to be white, so he aligns himself with white supremacy, but he's a coward.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, when a dude attack your woman
and you don't say nothing,
and then you become cool with him and start defending them, I'm like I don't know how she take that. But maybe she cool with it because he bringing in that money or whatever. But we see, this is what DeSantis has to worry about. Like, he announced himself, and outside of Florida, he's kind of like a joke.
Yeah.
Like, nobody, like, what people thought of him a year ago, they don't think about him as now. Mm-hmm. Right? They're realizing it's like, oh, we thought that you could be the smarter, more political version of Trump, but you got no charisma. And we could tell, like, you really don't be believing what you say. You just say stuff because you know that's what people want to hear. Yeah.
And I think Trump is beating him 53% to 26%. I mean, I don't think Ronnie is going to close that gap. Like, he's got nothing going on. And it's not like there's not a bunch of stuff you can go after Trump over. There's a bunch of things.
It's getting ready to start. It's getting ready to start because Trump been throwing little jabs at him. He hasn't been responding, but now he's gonna have to. And let me tell you something. I do not like that man, Trump, but he is hilarious and he knows how to fight. Okay.
Yes.
So he will come up with a nickname for your ass, and that'll be your nickname,
and that will be it, and that'll be it. And I don't think,
and it'll be funny too. It will.
Yeah.
Trump is funny.
Yes.
Trump is funny.
Yeah. I mean, that's why he was on TV for so long. It's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Be on TV.
Be on TV, right.
Don't run our country.
Oh, please don't ever run our country again. But be on TV. You're entertaining.
Yeah, you're entertaining. Hey, I thought he was very entertaining on you. You're fired. I don't know what it was called. The Apprentice.
Yeah. But he was really entertaining in the Home Alone too.
Yeah. Lost in New York. Because I think the kid was at the Trump Plaza. Yeah.
Trump Plaza.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah, he was all right.
Don't run our country. We don't want you.
So Ron, like I said, the anti-trans bills that he's passing, the abortion bills that he's passing, the anti-woke. That when I told my Jewish friends, I said, you need to really pay attention to what he's doing down there, because at first you weren't paying attention to the book banning because it was just basically black books, right? You know, it's basically black books. But no, there are Holocaust books and books about Jewish people that are now being banned because basically the Stop Woke Act is, you can't make me feel guilty about anything that my ancestors may have done.
You know, did do. Yeah. And the thing is, you know, a very good point was made. I wish I could remember the guy's name, but it's like, you know, there were also white abolitionists. You can always identify with them, but they don't want to.
No.
That's the point. You feel bad immediately because you think, well, slavery don't sound that bad. Yeah, I mean, sure. Now the farmers are complaining about these new immigration policies and they don't have any workers. Now everybody's thinking about slavery that bad? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was real bad. And that's funny that you bring up immigration, because I just interviewed an immigration lawyer, Tamina Watson, and she was basically like, look, there are a lot of jobs open and immigrants typically take the jobs that most Americans feel is kind of beneath them. A lot of Americans don't want to work on the farms. Immigrants do it.
Americans have never wanted to work on the farms. You had to force people to do it by denying them their humanity. Nobody wants to pick fruit. Nobody wants to do it.
It's fun. It's fun if you do it recreationally, but for an occupation, no, you're right.
But if you were forced to go out there every day and it's hot and it's bugs and all kinds of stuff and you sweating, you don't want to do it.
Well, some people actually like working outside.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I think they're like, this is my way of life and I have to do it.
Okay, there might be a situation where they feel like it's their way of life. But yeah, Ronnie keeps, and don't even get me started about this feud with Disney that he is going to lose, because
there's no way he's going to beat Disney.
So for those of you who don't know, Ron DeSantis, because Disney came out against some of these Stop Woke tactics that Ron DeSantis was doing and said, no, they support, rights of trans people and gay people in the LGBTQ community. So Ron DeSantis tried to strip him of, basically Disney runs their own city. They have their own city. They have their own city council.
Been there.
Yeah. I mean, Disney came in there, bought a bunch of land, and the state of Florida was like, yeah, you could just run it. They run the entire infrastructure. And so Ron DeSantis is like, nah, you're not paying your fair share of taxes, so we're going to try and strip you of all that power that you have of running your own infrastructure, which the state of Florida is not financially prepared to do.
Right.
And it was all because Disney came out and said, no, we support all rights. So effectively, Ron DeSantis is trying to strip away their First Amendment right. That's literally what it is. Your First Amendment is your right to say something, and the government can't take that away from you.
Yeah.
That is literally your First Amendment right.
Yeah.
So not only is he banning books, not only is he stripping down education, I didn't even get into the African Americans AP course that he basically stripped away through his Stop Woke Act.
Completely gutted it, yeah.
Not only is he killing jobs in that state due to his immigration policies, this is a man that's going to be running for president that has the charisma of an orange.
Yeah. And no, I can't even say an orange. I would have to say a banana, because even orange is a little zesty.
Well, I mean, but banana got a funky shape, though.
Banana do got a funky shape.
Yeah.
He has the charisma of a beat. Of a beat.
A beat.
Yeah. He's got it.
Funky about a beat. It don't taste good.
Nope.
Well, you know what? It's got flair because of its color. Damn.
That's true. Damn it. He has the charisma of a fig.
No.
No, because they be in Fig Newtons.
A piece of toilet paper.
That's still useful. He's not useful.
It's useful to clean up shit.
I would blow my nose on Ronnie DeSantis.
DeSantos. Ronnie DeSantis.
I will blow my nose
Yeah,
on
no, but
Ronnie
I mean,
DeSantis. And that
this
rhymes.
I think they're going to cannibalize the party because there's going to be a lot of people. There's a lot of Republicans out there that are like, I do not want to vote for Trump, that are going to want to rock with DeSantis. And when he does not win the primary, because Trump will win the primary, despite the fact that he's going to not be able to hold any rallies because he's under, like, he's got to go to court in New York. He's still going to win that nomination.
Yeah.
And there are going to be people that are just like, nah, it's going to be like 2020 all over again.
Yeah, but the question is how many people are going to hold their nose and vote yay when they should vote nay.
For Trump, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be just like 2020.
Yeah.
It might be even worse because there's some people that I know voted for him in 2020 that's just like, now they say, oh, he's a clown because he's been acting like nothing but a clown for the last 3 years.
He's been acting like a clown this entire time.
Well, yeah, but
all of y'all that voted for him bought a ticket to that circus.
Well,
y'all been in there like and looking just as dumb.
Well, I had friends who obviously voted Democrat that had Trump hats in the beginning because they liked the fact that he was going to tear the Republican Party down. But all he did was
a lot of nothing.
Well, I mean, he galvanized a certain section of the population that had been quiet for a long time, and they loud as hell. I know for a fact they loud as hell because I just look at the YouTube comments from our videos.
Yeah,
good God, people, y'all are some of y'all people out there on YouTube. I know most people don't say anything unless they got something negative to say. Most people can't say anything unless they got to complain. Complaining comes before praise. I get it. Some of y'all just be factually wrong because the guests that I have on are like certified and y'all are just nobodies that don't know anything.
Yeah, you just in your mama's basement complaining.
You're getting secondhand information from second-rate sources.
Mm-hmm.
That's a terrible combination.
Right.
Because your third-rate or fourth-rate mind can't even understand that second-rate information, which means you scrub it all up. It's like telephone.
Right.
They mess it all up.
Not to mention the fact that you said third, fourth-rate mind and a second-grade education. Nothing's going right there. Nothing's going right.
Look, they say the general reading level across the United States, I think they said 6th grade. I think people read at a 6 on average.
Yeah.
People read on a 6th grade level. So when like newspapers write and stuff like that, or like when you read the news, Fox News changed this. They use big and really exorbitant words to describe things because it makes them seem smarter to their idiot people that watched it. Right? Like if you're watching Fox News, you're like, oh, you're trying to sound smart. Like, those people that use those big vocabulary words.
Yeah.
That, like, I use this and that. I'm like, oh, you're trying to sound smart. So either you might be smart or you're trying to portray something that you're not. But like, that didn't fit right here.
No.
Like that word, like you could have used another word. You're just trying to show what you read the dictionary today. But most like news organizations, they do stuff like at a 6th, 7th, 8th, middle school basically level because that's where people it's where people on average are. Not everybody is.
That's where I peaked academically.
Okay, like on that note, let's.
About 6th grade. Listen, couldn't tell me nothing when I was in 6th grade. I was like, I am smart.
Yeah, well, you was in a gifted program in elementary school.
I'm telling you, I peaked. Middle school.
You and our brother both. I was the only one who didn't get to the gifted school. All my friends, I remember all my friends left because in this 8th grade, in the 3rd grade, like everybody took a test, and then all my friends left in the 4th grade. I was like, where'd they go? They went to the gifted school. I was like, oh, I didn't get in. No, you did not, but y'all did.
It was a stupid test. And they just randomly pick students. That's what I think.
That was not random because all the smart kids actually went to that school. Oh. Yeah, no. I later had classes with them in high school, and I was like, "Oh, you are smart, smarter than Ron DeSantis." And that's sad to say because he's at Harvard Law, or is it Yale Law? Harvard or Yale. He went to Harvard or Yale.
One of the. That don't mean
Law.
he got A's.
No,
It
but he
just mean he
did get the degree.
graduated.
Yeah.
You got to have a 2.0 to graduate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's impressive still.
It's not very. It's a C.
For a law school? Yeah, no, that's impressive.
Did he pass the bar?
I do not know.
Mm.
But on that note, Ron DeSantis, Ronnie DeSantis, kiss my ass. All right, sis. The reason why I'm stumbling over this introduction for this segment is because you're going to say something about my stance on this subject. Okay. And you're going to be like, oh, Bruce, really? And it's just going to be like, yeah, that's just how I feel. But Lord. Tina Turner.
Yes.
Tina Turner.
Rest in power.
Rest in power. She was a hell of an entertainer. When I watched
top tier, yeah.
When I watched her documentary, I learned a lot about her personally.
You saw the one on it's now The Max, which I absolutely hate. But
I don't want to even get into that. Who's Discovery?
Yeah,
you like Ronnie DeSantis? Could kiss my ass.
It's just a mishmash of a bunch of stuff from all over television, all on one platform, and it's stupid and it don't make no sense.
So is HBO Max like over?
Yeah, HBO Max is gone. It's now The Max.
But does The Max still have the little segment for DC where I had all the shows and all the movies for DC coming?
It's just all the Discovery programming that they purchased and they smushed it all onto one platform and it makes no sense.
Do they still have Martin and the Wayans brothers?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I really care about.
All
that
right.
and Superman. All right, but Tina Turner, go ahead and give your thoughts on just her.
No, you were talking. You saw the documentary and...
Yeah, I saw but I mean, look. This is my stance on this. Everybody is like, oh, it's so sad. No, it isn't. She was 89 years old.
No, she was 83, and no, it's not sad. She died of natural causes. She was old, y'all. She was old. Like you saw her at the end of it wasn't sad. You saw her at the end of the documentary, and I was like, oh, Tina's old.
Old.
When did Tina get old? I remember her
got old.
I remember her being 60 and still having the legs and stuff. And I was like, but she was 83 and
okay, 83. That's a little bit younger than I thought. But like her and Jim Brown both
83 is old.
Well, I mean, 83 is only 40 years away from me. So I don't.
It is what it is.
Okay. Anyway, Jim Brown passed away, and it was like, this is a sad day. Jim Brown passed away. It's like he's 89.
No.
Like I don't get the sadness from it, and I'm not going to fantasize. Not fantasize in the right word, y'all. I'm struggling here because I don't feel well. My brain is mush mush. I don't even know what mush mush means. I think I meant to say mush mash, but
which still is not. That's still not.
It's jacked up.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to romanticize. I'm not going to romanticize my fandom of her. Was I a fan of her? Yes. She's got a few songs on my playlist in my music. Did I watch the movie with Angela Bassett? Yes, I absolutely did. I only watched it one time because I can only watch it one time. Yeah. But I'm not gonna romanticize my fandom. Like I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spend a day listening to all her songs, pretending that I was this giant fan. Like I know people are out there doing. They're like, oh, I was listening to Tina Turner songs all day. I ain't never heard you talk about Tina Turner.
Never.
Not one time. So that's what agitates me.
Yeah.
So that's my take.
And then also this idea of, listen, none of us are going to make it off this rock alive, okay? We all going to go.
Yeah.
All of us.
I know of.
100%. None of us.
Well,
Elon
Musk is developing.
Nobody has missed their time when it's the time.
You talking about the rock on Earth. Eventually, we'll get off this planet. So, I mean that could happen.
Ain't nobody getting off a life. Nobody's getting out of life.
Okay,
alive.
Getting out of life. Yeah, okay.
Okay, we're not
getting out of life alive.
Nobody's making it out of life alive. Nobody's doing it. Okay, we all gonna go. No, I mean, I think we need to replace the sadness with what it truly is, which is an appreciation for that person's contribution to music and the arts, and that they will be missed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
am I sad that Tina Turner died? I mean,
Be missed by who? Their loved ones?
Yeah.
We're not going to miss them. Like, me and you are not going to miss Tina Turner.
Well, Tina wasn't coming out with no more albums. She was retired.
Right.
She was
was retired. Like, she wasn't making public appearances anymore. And like, that's the thing that was like, people are like, I'm going to miss her. You ain't seen her. Like, you ain't seen her.
Right.
Like, it's not, don't talk to me about you going. And it's really not about Tina. It's about people's reaction to people's deaths sometimes. That really it annoys me.
I'm going to be honest. When Prince passed away, I had a very difficult time with that.
But you're a fan.
Yeah.
And you listen to Prince.
I'm a fan of Tina Turner.
You're not like Prince.
No. Prince was my idol. Prince was my idol.
Your whole background is purple because of Prince.
Yeah.
You love Prince.
Little known fact.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That made sense. When Michael passed, I shed tears.
Yeah.
When Kobe passed, I shed tears. I was a Kobe fan. I was enthusiastic with the work that he was doing outside of basketball.
And I think in those instances, you can say, yes, it's sad that he passed away. Yes, it's true.
Well, because there was especially,
because there was more work that could have come. Prince was still performing. You know, Kobe was still working. He wasn't playing basketball anymore, but he was doing a lot of other things. And man won an Academy Award.
That's right. He was about to do big things.
Yeah. Michael Jackson was on tour.
Right.
Like these are people who are still working. But if you're talking about Tina Turner, Tina wasn't coming out with no more albums. She wasn't doing any more public appearances. I think she knew, hey, I'm getting a little tired. I'm going to go settle down in Switzerland and sit down somewhere and be quiet. And, you know, you could just say, oh, I appreciate her contribution to the zeitgeist. And, you know, she will be missed by those who knew her and loved her.
Yeah.
That's enough.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just don't like the people. This had nothing to do with Tina. It had to do with people's reaction to her death.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you hear about Tina Turner? Yeah, she died. Isn't that so sad? She was old, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, death, like, I'm weird when it comes to death. Like, we're all, like you say,
I don't know anybody who's normal when it comes to death.
Well, no, I mean, we're not going to outlive life. I know you want to bring up, I know you would love to talk about how I handled death as a younger person. I'm completely 180.
Well,
I'm a complete 180 now. Now it's just like, like, I mean, it's just like, people die.
People die. Sometimes. All the time.
Yeah. You know, that is what it is. I am I sad that Tina died?
I didn't have a personal relationship with her, so it's kind of hard to say that I was sad. Sad about it. She lived a hell of a life.
Yeah. Hell of a woman.
And there will not be another one like her.
I don't think there could be another one like her. She's one of a kind.
Yeah,
she's literally one of a kind.
Because I know so many artists that are good singers, but maybe not the best entertainers. Or I know some artists that are extraordinary entertainers and might not be the strongest singers. She was an outstanding singer and a hell of an entertainer. Like, that's the fact that she can do all them moves and still grab that mic and sing and sound just like, back then they were 45s, but sound just like the record.
and
was never sounded out of breath. Like,
I think that's dope. But what's more impressive to me is her reinvention in the mid 80s.
Yes.
Like, she was a star beforehand, but she left that genre of music. It kind of went, I mean, it wasn't rock and roll, but it's kind of rock and roll.
She went rock and roll.
I mean,
she was definitely
was it be pop
rock.
Yeah, pop rock. Yeah. So I don't think it was full-fledged rock and roll because they were doing there was a lot of hair band stuff during that time.
In the 80s, that was rock and roll, what she was doing.
She was doing rock and roll. And you know what? Black people, was still rocking with her.
Yeah, because it was good. They were good songs.
It was good. It was good. Plus, just a little known fact: rock and roll started in the Black community. The godfather of rock and roll is actually Little Richard. Just to let everybody know.
Yeah,
like everybody that's anybody in rock and roll: Mick Jagger, Elvis, who else? The Rolling Stones.
Yeah,
they all literally learned under Little Richard. Little Richard taught them the game. So that's just a little Black history fact.
And if you ask them who their favorite artists are, they'll rattle off a list of Black people.
Yeah, well, that's because it's just what it is. But Tina,
it is what it is. Yeah,
Tina. All right. So this is the 49th episode. This is the 49th episode.
Oh, I thought we had a few more to go. All right.
No. So that means that the 50th episode will be you, my sister, Aundrea, interviewing me.
Yes.
So the idea for the 50th episode is I do all these interviews with these people who share these personal stories.
Right.
And who give me stuff that I'm like, ooh, wow. I don't know if I would have told that story.
Yeah.
But what makes for a good interview is that they open up and that they are personable.
Yeah. And vulnerable.
So this show is called Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. And if you don't know me personally, I don't know that you necessarily know me from just listening to the show.
Right.
So this interview is going to be an opportunity for you, the audience, to really get to know me.
Yeah.
And my sister will tell you, I'm not the biggest of opening up.
You are, how little girls have diaries and they have the little lock on them and they got the little key and that's you. That locked preteen diary. It's full of secrets. It's possibly also a burn book. But it's locked and it's locked up tight. You need a password or you need that little tiny key that goes in that little tiny lock. Yeah, well, that's you.
For the 50th episode, I'm going to open up that book and read just a few pages. Y'all just getting a few pages. That's it. Y'all ain't getting all the book.
You're really giving them an incentive to listen.
Well, no, the incentive is going to be that for all of you out there, if you follow us on Instagram, which you should be anyway, or follow us on YouTube, which, by the way, this is, my sister doesn't know this, so I'm going to spring it on her right now.
All right.
Coming soon, we're going to be releasing 5-minute clips that are exclusive to YouTube. You can't get it anywhere else. You can't get it on the Patreon page. You can't get it on the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. The only place that you can get it will be on YouTube. So subscribe to our YouTube channel at YouTube.com/unsolicited perspectives.
Hit that notification bell.
Hit the notification bell. If you say, well, I don't have a YouTube page. Almost everybody has a Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube page.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's
the same. They're connected.
They're connected. All you have to do is log in with the same login that you would use for your Gmail. Matter of fact, if you just log into your Gmail on your laptop, there's a whole little section to the top right-hand corner where you can hit a little button and it's a YouTube app right in there.
Yeah.
Click that and you're already in there. So subscribe to the YouTube page. But wherever you follow us, there's going to be an opportunity for you to submit a question of something that you want to know about me. I'm not going to answer all the questions. Some of them I'm going to be like, this is too personal. I'm not going to answer that because I know some people out there, they're going to ask me really specific stuff that they want to know because they're messy as hell. Yeah. And I ain't giving that up. Yeah. But I'll give up other stuff.
Yeah.
So submit your questions on the Instagram, YouTube, or email us at unsolicitedperspectives@gmail.com. And we're going to answer. Well, my sister's going to interview me and I'm going to answer those questions. And she's not going to let me slide. That's the reason why I chose her. She's going to be like, okay, but I know that's a real generic answer. Let's get a little deeper, Bruce.
I'm going to press you. I'm going to press you, within reason.
Within reason. Yeah. And I can always pause the recording and be like, I ain't answering that shit. But that's what's going to be on the 50th episode. And that'll be dropping Tuesday, May the 30th. Is that the 30th?
Yes.
This is okay.
Yes.
Tuesday,
the
May
29th
30th.
is Monday. So yes.
Yeah, okay. Tuesday, May the 30th. So y'all submit your questions and I'll answer them. But on that note, Jay, what do you want to tell the people out there?
Just do it yourself. And
That's
you know
what
what?
last week.
I didn't say it. No, last week was the cough. Before
okay,
that,
right.
It was do the thing you said you were going to do.
You're right.
This is do it yourself. And you know what I'm talking about, whoever you are. That thing you've been waiting on other people, and you're like, no, this person, they said they're going to come through. Just do it yourself. Just do it yourself. Because save yourself the heartache. Save yourself the heartache and the frustration. Just do it yourself. Because they're not going to come. Most people are not going to come. They got their own stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing relying on people? It's 2023. Stop relying on people that much. Do it yourself. Just do whatever it is, that thing that you were supposed to do. Because they're not going to do it. You've waited this long. And now it's kind of like the principle of the thing. No, I've been waiting this long. They said, just do it yourself. Just get it over with. Do it yourself.
Couldn't have said any better than look, I don't know what I was just trying to say just now.
Yeah.
Because I got fog brain.
Yeah.
And I'm dying over here because I almost waterboarded. Yeah, mush because I waterboarded myself. I guess the waterboarding last night really damaged something.
Yeah, it might have.
And
it's just like, I don't know where that saline went.
And on that note, I'll holla.
Thank you for listening to Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and donate. Donations help us keep giving you this free content each and every week. Until next time, Audi 5000. Peace.